Well, it turns out that if you are taking a short break, it should probably be less than I think it's actually been like 2 weeks since I've played last. Um, and to make matters worse, not only have I stopped in like the middle of a dungeon crawl where I'm managing like four characters going through a Shadowdark dungeon. I've also sort of remodeled and redecorated my office space. I don't know if I can really call it an office. It's like a corner in my living room. So like everything is upside down at the moment. So just gonna kind of wing it. I'm still looking for most of my notes. I think tonight we're just gonna focus on getting through the rest of this Clockwork dungeon. And if memory serves, where we last left off, Stilton and the three crawlers he's teamed up with, um, Lank, who daylights as captain of the town guard, Benny, who is sort of a inverted worshiper of Ord, the god of knowledge, is sort of a like perversion of that. And then we have Rana, who is a half orc beastmaster. She is just ready to shapeshift into some sort of like werebear creature. So that makes up our party, and we're going through this card deck dungeon. I forget the specific name of it. I'm pretty sure I linked it last time. And for the most part, I do like this format. Um, it's interesting, although I'm not really sure how I feel about playing it off the iPad. Um, it's really a lot to manage an iPad. Plus, I have my computer here, and then the camera and all that. It's a lot of tech for what's supposed to be like a low tech night to myself. Anyway, we just Stilton led the group through the side door up in here, where I believe we battled off some automaton kobolds. Um, and just as the last kobold fell, the torch that Rana was carrying winked out. Probably like the midst of the end of the carnage, plus looting the room, because I'm pretty sure we've picked up this gold here. Um, so we're starting off with checking for a random encounter. And the way I usually do it, I don't use the 1 hour real time torch time. I'm actually a big fan of that. Instead, I use like a spin down die on encounters. Except unless the torch goes out, then a random encounter is pretty much guaranteed. So at this time, a random encounter is pretty much guaranteed. So let's go to the. I have the PDF open on my monitor. Um, uh, it's just a little. Oh no, let me get the book. I got the book right here. It's always kind of a challenge to like manage all this stuff in the middle of play, especially like solo play. But no, we can parse through the book for random encounters. I believe they're over. Yeah, here we are. And we are in not a tomb, not the temple district, although that would be a good one. Slums, ruins. Want some ruins. So let's roll D100 and see what happens as the lights go out. 46. A strangler hides above a backpack stuffed with rocks. Okay, I'm gonna pivot that instead to say I'll bet a strangler is a type of monster here. Um, and also, forgive me, I got a little bit of like a wintertime nasal thing going on, so I'm sure I'm even like more difficult to listen to now than ever. Yeah, strangler right here. A gray-scanned gaunt creature with 4 ropey limbs tipped in sucker-lined claws. Fantastic. Its AC is 12. So one thing I'm just gonna try to get away from is doodling on the iPad as well. So instead, I brought out this dry erase board. But that is a wet erase marker. That's not what I want. I want to separate these so I don't accidentally... I wrote these in wet erase, which is okay because my character stats are not changing. I wrote down there like attack rolls and stuff. Anyway, Strangler. Quick stats. AC 14 or 12. Has 14 hit points and attacks 2 claws plus 2 1d6 and deals 2 double damage against surprise creatures. Awesome. So as the torchlight goes out, the Strangler hiding in like the overhead of this room chooses that moment to strike. And it goes after, I'm going to say Rana is one of them because Rana was carrying the torch. That makes Rana like a really good target. And then I will roll a d6 for the other 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Okay, Stilton. So Stilton and Rana here are being attacked by the Strangler, who rolls double damage this time around. So first one is +2 against Stilton. His armor class is 13. Stilton, his like spider sense triggers as the suckers come down. Like he feels them like grace around, not grace, not like tickle around like the nape of his neck before he like ducks and rolls out of the way. Or maybe Faustus, his dog, barks just in time to give him warning. And now the other attack against Rana, whose AC is 15. That's a hit. Double damage. So we're going to roll a d6. So 4 damage to Rana. Boop, 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 boop. Rana right here. Four, 1, 2, 3, 5. So she's at almost half her hit points. And now we are going to go back into combat. And I know last time I was rolling for sides. Instead, I'm going to make this a pass-fail test. Can the party go before the monster? Just a dex check. And the best dexterity bonus we have is a +2. Yep. So looking for, it's a, call it a normal, so DC 12. Awesome. The party springs into action. Rana, Stilton finishes like spinning around and draws his bow and takes a shot up at the Strangler up above. He gets +2 to his attack. He's looking for a 12. A solid hit. He does D8 +1 damage. Bring in that D8. 5 damage to the Strangler. And the Strangler, does it fall down after it's hit? Yeah, natural 20. Perfect. The Strangler actually falls to the ground. I'll drop my book. And put a people down for the Strangler, who falls splat like a fallen cephalopod kind of creature right into the party's midst. Giving everyone a chance to attack it. We'll go over to Link, who has her greatsword out. She has +8 to hit and does d12 damage. We'll just remember to roll both at the same time. Plus math, that's a hit. 8 plus 3 is 11 damage. That is 16 total. She like cuts the thing like right in half, right there on the spot. Does the monster have treasure on it? I forget the rules for monsters carrying treasure, so let's take a quick peek right away. Wandering monsters have only a 50% chance of carrying treasure. Okay, so yep. This thing had a treasure. It was a level 3 creature, so we'll roll on the treasure table for 0 to 3. So that's another D100. They pick up. First off, I'm gonna mark off an arrow for Stilton while I'm thinking about it. Okay. 63. A light warm cloak of woven spider silk, 25 gold. All right, let's write that down in our spider silk cloak. 25 GP. Okay. And now we can erase the strangler. So while Link loots, I don't think I have been writing down. Let's see. Spider silk cloak. SS cloak. That's great, man. She has a Nazi cloak on. Awesome. And then Rana is out of. Well, she has one left. Okay, so Rana lights up, spends her last supply to light up a torch, bringing our light up to a D8, which we'll track. Let me grab. So one advantage of having redecorated is I got all my stuff like right over here. That's been really cool. So I got a big D8 here for our light, just to remind me. And we're not going to test it this round. Okay. But the party does now move back the way they came. I'll take these guys off to the side. And we travel back the way we came. To now head east. Now what I'm having trouble remembering is I know this door is locked. But I forgot last session. I know we picked up a key from like the ooze over here. I think that was used to open this lock. So the key must be here, right? Is the key in this room? 12, yeah. So among the Strangler's hoard, it was actually holding the key up above. So they grab it, head south, and then east to this locked door. Yeah. Now I'm forgetting random encounters. How I was doing it. I think I was rolling on the roll a dungeon table kind of as I was going along. So we'll do that. Excuse me. But we spend a turn doing the lock. The torch holds. No need to check for a random encounter. But now let's go to the table here. I'll use the PDF for this one. And find out what's going on in this room. Game Master and Shadowdark maps. Yes. Okay, room type. So we're gonna roll a d10 to figure out what's going on in this room. A 7. There's a monster mob. Okay, let's get some details. Got another monster encounter. There's stealthy, stealthy outcasts, and to me that spells some sort of infestation in here. This will be a couple of rats are here or something like that. Are giant rats a monster? Of course, giant rats are a monster. Where are they? Giant rats. Dinosaurs. Ooh, that'd be interesting. We're not going to do it though. Probably R for rat. Hey, Matt. Giant rats. Yeah. I wish this book did like number appearing. what we're going to have here is D4 swarms of rats. 4. Oh my god. Okay, so they swing open the door, and as Rana, like Stilton's in the front doing the key, and Rana sort of like holds her torch above his head to cast light into this room. The group immediately senses that this room is like alive. Like the floor is writhing with the movement of all these rat swarms. Let's do a random encounter here. Distance. How far into this room are they? They are close. So the 4 rat swarms are hovering like on this table. They're going to be on like this corner of the room over here. They're giving the stairs leading down sort of a wide berth. Almost as if they're afraid to go down there. And they are 2d6 activity, 2, and 2 is 4. They are hunting. Okay. Let's see their reaction to seeing the group. I think Benny has a positive charisma, right? No, this whole party is so uncharismatic. That's funny. Okay. 3, 7. They are suspicious. So as soon as the light casts, the group sort of like fans out a little bit, but also kind of comes forward here to sort of like wall off. And these are 4 pockets of swarms of rats. Stilton, thinking quickly, tries to assuage the... Is that the word, assuage? He tries to appease the swarms by taking a supply from his satchel, a ration, and he tosses it into the far corner. I'll give him advantage on charisma to sort of like distract the rats. I'll call that a 19. Double 19. All right. Yeah, the rats fly over the corner and start fighting each other over this ration that he threw. So let's mark off one of his supplies. He's down to 3 out of 4. And then the party sneaks past. Take these guys out to the side again. Sneaks past and goes down the stairs to the next level. Test the light. We're good. So we'll take these off. Well done there. And we come down this stairs here to the sound of dripping. Some overhead pipework or something has sprung a leak. And the water here is, or not the water, the ground here is sort of like damp. The walls are perspiring. And they head to this T intersection. Now, the benefit of having taken such a break between sessions is I've forgotten what the rest of the map looks like. So well, if I remember right, we're here to find there's an artifact in the depths of this dungeon that the town is being besieged for. Yeah, that's right. And Stilton, out of I don't know, maybe like he set out to help people to get this entity off his back. So he was compelled to do this. Which way? They head to the right. And as they come around the corner, D6 plus 4, the APL is 4, is a 5. There's nothing here. That's good. We travel along. Are they able to find the secret passage here? I'm gonna sneak a peek over here just to make sure. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure I had a quest goal card. Anyway, there's a secret tunnel here. Does anyone notice it? Stilton's still taking the lead with his bonus of wisdom. With a 9, he does not notice it. So they go to this door. I do see a skeleton here, which kind of makes me think that the room is trapped. But before we do that, let's generate what's in this room. There's another d6 plus 4. That's hard to read upside down. 6, 10. 1 ochre jelly or spider devil per PC. Ooh, 4 ochre jellies. Okay, let me see if that's in this game. Pardon me. Ochre jellies. Yeah. I got them up on the screen. Oh, they're nasty. Okay. All right. Is this a trap? Yes or no? Let's see. I gotta call that 16. That's a trap. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, it's a trap room over here. And it is a, let's go to the trap table. In Shadowdark. Taverns. NPCs, rumors. I don't know why I always page backwards through a book. Okay. Okay, we're gonna roll some d12s here. It's a 9. It's a magical glyph trap triggered by a tripwire that will paralyze. Ha. Okay. So this door opens and then closes behind the group. And as they are sort of crowded in this small room, and Stilton is about to move to the next door, a magical glyph alights on the door. Roll intelligence to see if he can immediately. Oh yeah, he's not super magically versed or anything like that, but Stilton immediately identifies what would be a paralyzing agent in the magic glyph. So he's like, "No one touch it." And they start looking around for a means to disarm the trap. Another intelligence check, a 2. And they don't see the sort of very thin wire that leads from one door to the other, sort of like keeping them when this door opens, the wire pulls the other door open. So the solution to move forward is to actually open up the door behind them. They don't see the wire. It's over their heads, something like that. It's very stupid, but that's what you work with when you roll randomly on the fly. Ooh, I wonder if you guys can hear me gulping tea on the microphone. Anyway, test the light. The light goes down. It's now a D6. So the light gets dimmer, and the group gets a little bit desperate in this situation. Like they're trapped in this room. If they touch any of the walls, the glyph will threaten to paralyze them. Let's see. They all have adventure kits. I forgot what spells Benny has cast or forgotten at this point. I'm going to assume during the walk he would have Cure Wounds on Rana. So the group is going to try to use their rope and their iron spikes. Let's see. This is Rana's idea. She goes, "Oh, let me just." She hammers 2 of her iron spikes into the doors. Let's make a dexterity check for Rana to see if she triggers the glyph. And when she's done, she has been afflicted by the paralysis magic. She just barely brushed it as she was. I dented my book. As she was. Yeah. And now for until she gets a rest, she has disadvantage on anything dexterity related. So I'm gonna put a little asterisk there on Rana. Her limbs go numb. And then the party uses the ropes. The rope, which is anchored to the 2 doors by the hooks, the iron spikes, to try to pull both doors open simultaneously. They don't try it, that's what they do. Now, then they enter this room. Just trying to think, like, what else is in this room. Let's see if we can find some other thing to be in this room. Otherwise, it's just like 4 ochre jellies just chilling, right? Let's roll on the temple district for some inspiration. The temple district random encounter 12. Roof. Cistern collapses, water and stone crash down. Okay. So actually, the source of that dripping that we heard earlier is going to be this crack, this fissure in the ground. And it's actually on the ceiling. And water is dripping down from above from this crack. But with it comes the occasional coin, right? Like there's like a very small pile of 5 gold coins sitting there. Let me make a note on the map. Get my marker. 5 GB in puddle. Going to make wisdom checks to see if the party notices, excuse me, that the slime on the ground is actually ochre jellies and not like old sewage water. Yeah. Faustus realizes immediately that in the just like top of your foot puddle water here, there's something moving, something waiting. So he turns to Benny and says, "Benny, blast that ceiling." And Benny says a prayer to Wyrd and prepares Smite. DC 12. He has +4 to spellcasting. Yeah, and he blasts the ceiling, dealing 2 points of damage, which is not enough to dislodge the ceiling just yet. But it does get the water sort of running with a little bit more force. Test the light die. We're good. Do the ochre jellies react to this? Let's see. 2, 7. They get suspicious, so they start to stir and wake up. And Stilton's like, "Benny, do it again." And Benny, 19, blast the ceiling for 6 points of damage, and the ceiling sort of caves in, and overhead water like floods this room. The ochre jellies need to make a dexterity check to. They botched, so they're like caught up in this like swirl of water just like flooding around the room, and that's the party's chance. They move in and they make their dex checks. 12, 5. Okay. Rana doesn't go in. Benny holds Rana back. So Lank and Stilton dive in and try to scoop up as much coin as they can. I'll give them each a roll of. Let's see, how will they pass? No, they fail. So just the 5 gold. Oof, all that for 5 gold. Just gonna say they managed to catch like a handful of coin. We'll give them a little bit more. 5 and okay, 6 GP. Oh boy. Before they're like, let's get out of here. And they bail on these ochre jellies who are just stuck, probably gonna like dissolve in this tumultuous like sewage water or whatever it is. And they head back. Test the lights. Oof, down to a D4. You know what I didn't do is do a random encounter check too, because this is a deadly dungeon. And the way I do it, a deadly dungeon, let's see if I can find my notes. Depends on where my notebook is. Yeah. My handy dandy GM notebook, which has the Oracle in it, so I probably could have saved myself at least one PDF on the screen. Let's do Shadowdark. Deadly is a 3 in 6 chance of a random encounter every time the light goes down. Yep. So when they head back out this way, waiting for them is another ruin random encounter. But this time, Benny lights a torch right away as it gets down to a D4, because we're not going to do that again. So basically the way I do it is, instead of tracking torches in real time, every time the torch die spins down, I test for a random encounter. It just so happens this is a deadly dungeon and is prone to random encounters, which is okay. That makes things exciting. So Benny lights a torch, which he passes to Rana to hold, because that's just kind of like a Benny thing to do, I guess. And we're back up to a D8. Now, waiting for them in the hallway. Let's roll D100. 66, that's bad. Dense cloud of sulfuric mist rises from a floor crack. Okay, cool. So the dislodging of this ceiling crack has like sort of shifted the whole dungeon, and now this hallway. Oops. Oh boy. That's another reason I don't really enjoy Anyway, this whole hallway is filled with this like terrible miasma, which will go back to the trap table or hazard table. It would be. That's good. No, hold that in front of the camera. What does it do? Weekends. It's exhausting. Okay, so everyone going through this needs to test their constitution as this hallway fills up with this nasty smoke. Or else their constitution sort of gets exhausted like Rana's dexterity is. Stilton passes. Link fails. Benny passes, unless he has a negative con. Nope, positive. And Rana's like, I don't care. She actually breathes in so much of it. She breathes in she sucks in all the smoke, so Link actually gets another chance to pass, and Link does not pass. Okay. That's a very Rana thing to do. So Link's con, she's coughing a fit. She's got headaches. She's not seeing well. Test the light die as we go across. Good. Get into this room. Okay. There's a trap here. D4 plus party level. D4 plus 4. 3, 7. There is a hidden pit trap. Does Stilton notice the secret hallway? No. Too busy coughing and covered in smoke. Does he notice the pit trap? Yes. So he holds the party off. He says, hey, there's a pit trap here. And I'm going to say that is not difficult to circumvent, so we can carry on. And as we move down here, testing the light die down to a D6. No random encounter. We get to another T intersection, which I probably should have put a card here, but that's okay. That's fine. And here is a small patches of dried blood. Interesting. Why would there be small patches of dried blood? Because in this room there is a, let's do the Shadowdark map generator. This room. It's a 10. This is the boss monster. That's appropriate. 4. Guarded by minions. Well, so far this dungeon has been like automaton, little, I almost said droids. Halfling-sized clockwork humanoids. We've been using kobold and goblin stats. So there's a couple of those in here. But their boss is a... I'm looking at goblins. I think it's going to be a goblin boss. Goblin shaman, I mean. That's the stats I'm going to use, but what it actually is the, like... No, I'm going to use a golem. A stone golem. A stone golem who has been creating all these little automatons. But why would there be blood here? There's blood here because a long time ago, someone else tried to... The wizard in control of this whole thing was slain here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, let me get my golem stats. Yeah, there was some sort of clockwork rebellion in here, and they said we don't need a master, we can create ourselves indefinitely. AC 18, HP 40, 3 slam, plus 6, plus 1d10. Boy, he's got like a slow. I don't really understand what that is. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh my gosh! And he's golem. He has golem immunity. GI stands for golem immunity. He can only be hurt from fire, immune to damage from fire, cold, electricity, or non-magical sources. That's awesome. And he is guarded by D4. 4 little goblin automatons, which I can find because I know the alphabet. Gobos. They are AC 11, HP 5, plus 0, 1d4. Cool. And I'm going to say the beating heart, the mechanical beating heart of this golem in this room is the clockwork device that the siege is after, the sieging mercenary company is after. Goblins can't be surprised, so as soon as the party rounds the corner and they stop to investigate the blood, these automaton goblins let out like alarm shrills. Can the party take action before the creatures? No, they're caught completely by surprise. So the automatons sort of come in line the hallway, guarding their master, and they make ranged attacks. I think they like throw just like endless supply of like gears and springs and nuts and bolts, but they throw them with like surprising ferocity. So 4 attacks. I think everyone's just going to get attacked once. So Stilton dodges. Link is hit for D4 damage. Link takes 3 points of damage. It's the first damage she's taken. Didn't I say Benny would cast Cure Wounds back before on Rana? Obviously he would have, but I'm going to guess Cure Wounds is one of the spells that we lost. Anyway, Benny is attacked. His AC is 10. He dodges, and Rana is attacked. Her AC is 15. Yeah, so the throwing of gears is about as effective as you would think it is. So the party rushes forward in their customary formation. Rana and Link at the front, Stilton and Benny in the back. This is Rana's chance to shapeshift. So I'm going to look that up really quickly in unnatural selection. Let's see. Be shaped. Once per day, you and your possessions may transform into the natural form of your chosen beast for 3 rounds. Taking on the animal statistics, attacks, and abilities you still need light to see. Very good. So Rana shapeshifts into a bear for 3 rounds. And let's look up a bear. Bugbear. I'm gonna guess it's a brown bear. So her AC drops, her HP goes through the roof, which gets 2 claw attacks. Yeah, so Rana comes in and she tries to attack these 2 goblins right in front of her. She does +6 and 2d6 damage. Holy shit. 11 actually still hits a goblin, doing 5 points of damage. So she kills 1 goblin right off the bat, and then the other one, 7 + 6 is another hit. Yeah, at least 5 points of damage. That's 2 of them right there. Cool, good job, Rana in beast form. She has 2 more turns left of that. Lank, not one to be outdone, jumps forward and attacks this goblin. She hits. Okay, that's max damage. I gotta give it to her. That's 2 goblins taken right out of the fight. Okay, this is a problem though. Benny is going to cast not bless, holy weapon on Rana. On Rana's claws. Yeah. Okay, so Rana now technically has a magical weapon. And Stilton runs in. He knows his bow probably won't do much. But he has the dagger, which is +2 and 1d4. Oh my god, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. He does not hit the golem, whose AC is 18. Oh my, we might be in trouble here. The golem already had his turns. Okay, so new initiative. Can we go before the golem? No, the golem's turn. The golem makes 3 attacks. He's going to attack down the line. So Rana, whose AC is now 13, is not hit. Stilton is hit. Yeah, +6. Oh yeah. Does a D10 damage. I should be rolling the damage at the same time. 6 points of damage to our boy Stilton. He is almost instantly downed. Just gonna put 1 tick there because that's all he has. I'm counting down on Stilton. And then the last attack on Link is another hit. 6 points of damage on Link, who is doing okay. 6, 3, 4. We have to go count to 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, party's turn. First off, Benny can't cure wounds, so Stilton backs off, and he's going to do some ranger stuff. He's going to do the find a salve. He's going to start trying to heal himself. So let's see if he can concoct a... He's going to cast he's going to try to make a curative, which is DC 15. That's a success. So he has a potion of healing, which I'm actually not familiar with how that works. A potion of healing. Excuse me. Potion of flying. I'm getting there. These are things that players would probably have memorized, but I never do as a GM. He regains D6 hit points. 4 hit points. Okay, cool. So he now has 5 left. So he's taking 2 points of damage. Cool. That's Stilton's turn. Benny is going to cast the same spell on Link's Greatsword. Oh, natural 1. Shit. Okay. Natural 1 on spell casting has got to be bad. Even for a priest. All right. Or is cleansing weapon a focus spell? No. That's not what he casts, though. He casts holy weapon. Okay, it doesn't go off, which puts Link in trouble. Before he leaves, Stilton gives his magic dagger his dripping dagger to Link out of desperation. Okay, Rana now attacks. She has 2 claw attacks. They each do D8 damage with a +4. Actually, a +5 because of the holy weapon. That's not going to hit. 16 does not. Oh Jesus, does not hit. Okay, test the lights, and she has 1 turn left of this. We're good. Link attacks with the dagger. I believe it's a +1 dagger. So plus Okay, I'm just going to assume it's also a +8, and it does d4 plus 1 damage. That's a hit. 3 points of damage to the golem for the first time. 37 points to go. This is a problem. They back off. The golem saunters forward, and now it tries to attack Rana, who's clearly the highest threat here. 8 and 6, that's a hit. D10 damage. 10 damage. Oh my. That's another hit. 18 damage to Rana. Out of her 25. When she... If you take damage while in this form, do not transfer the damage to your own HP. When you return to you reach 0 in your animal form, transform back at 0 HP. Okay. Huh. We're in trouble. And he makes 3 attacks, so the next one's going to go on Link as well. That's a hit. 2 points of damage to Link. Okay, let's roll initiative. We do not. The golem goes again. The golem attacks, misses. +6, that is a 13. That's a hit on Rana, who takes another 3 points of damage. So we're now at 21 out of 25 for a bear form. And then 1 to Link. That's a miss. Okay. The party goes. Benny casts Mass Cure. All near 2d6 healing. Okay. He's going to try. Yep, it goes off. Everybody gains 5, 10 hit points. So 11. Stone's totally healed. Link has 1 point of damage. I think maybe I'm casting that wrong, but I'm going to go with it. Benny's totally healed. That can't be right. And I'm also going to heal Rana's regular hit points just to cheat more in my favor. Is that really how Mass Cure Wounds works? Because that's like crazy strong. I just wrote down 2d6 all near. Mass Cure. All allies within near range of you gain 2d6. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's a cool spell. Okay, Stilton is going to try to bring out a Fallbane to give to Rana. That's 13 with advantage. Yep, there it is. So he gives Rana a Fallbane. I'm only gonna. It doesn't matter because this is her like 1 attack. So then Rana's gonna come in and attack. She's doing now with advantage +4 d8 damage twice. Okay. Nope, that's a miss. That's a hit. 8 points of damage. 8 plus. Where's my bear? I lost my bear. Where's my bear? Just d8 damage. Okay. 8 points of damage to the golem. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is a good start. Test the light, which is holds, and then Rana's shape-shifted form dissipates. And she has Fallbane for the next, because she's still going to make her claw attacks. 6 rounds. So now I'm going to spin down. She has 5 more turns of Fullbane. Link attacks with the dagger. +8, that's a hit for another 2 points of damage. It adds up. Okay, can the party beat an initiative? Natural 20, awesome. I'm going to give everyone advantage to attack. Rana is now back to doing her claw hands with Fullbane, so +2, she has advantage. And it does D8. No, miss. Okay, Stilton is going to do Fullbane for Link. Yes, for Fullbane for Link and Benny. Everyone has Fullbane. I'm just going to do this, except for Stilton. Okay, so Link now attacks with the dagger. That's a hit for 4 more points of damage. 3 + 4 is 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, that's a hit. Benny is going to cast Smite. Yeah, because he doesn't have access to Holy Weapon anymore, so Smite. He's going to try to smite this creature. Nope, it fails. No more smites for Benny. Okay, the creature attacks 2 to Rana and 1 to Lank again. Miss. Hit. 2 points of damage to Rana's normal hit points. And then Link. 18, that's a hit. 10 points of damage to Link. Ooh, that's bad. So 11. Okay. I forgot the order. Okay, I think it's our turn now. Rana with the advantage. It's a hit. Could be a crit. Okay. 5, 6 points of damage. 6 + 2 is 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 1. This is 10. This is 20. We're actually almost halfway there. Now Link with advantage with her. Oh, this should be a D4 now, or a 4. With advantage. Nope. Benny casts Flame Blast. I forget what it's called. It's a hit for 3 points of damage. Okay, and Stilton. Stilton has the other +2 dagger, which we don't know anything else about it. He's going to run in there with his +2 dagger. So it does D4. Natural 1. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Initiative now. This is an L3. The party goes first. Let's just go through it again. Rana with an advantage. That's a miss. Link with advantage. Nope. Stilton with advantage, right? No, he doesn't have advantage. And then Benny, this was a big turn of whiffing. Natural 20, 3 and 4 damage. 1, 2, 3. That is 30. We have done 30 out of 40 damage to this thing, if my math is right. Okay, the golem at this point, because it's over half, needs to make a morale check, which is a wisdom thing. Wisdom save, sorry. He fails. And out of, just because I don't want to keep just rolling against myself, the golem collapses, acknowledging it's been bested, right? and opens up like it shuts down, and in its shutdown status, sort of like its chest cavity opens up, and out comes the I want to look through my notes to find out what the name of this thing was, because it was like a really weird the cyclopean mechanism. So this like eyeball looking thing comes out of its chest, like a miniaturized version of the time thing up above that kept the temple locked up. Okay, so the party's got the cyclopean mechanism. Is there any other treasure here? 50% chance. Natural 20. I'm going to say I'm going to roll twice on the treasure table for a golem and take the better. Golem was level 8, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to go with it. It was level 8. So I'm going to take whatever roll I like better on the treasure table for a level 8 roll. 90 or 10. A pair of bastard swords or +2 mithril magic armor. Yes. Okay. +2 mithril. +2 mithril. Is this mithril armor? Let's roll on the magic armor table, see if it's even possible for Stilton to put it on. 2d6. 2, 7. It's chainmail. Rangers can wear chainmail. Mithril chainmail. Okay, so the party takes the cyclopean thing and they hoof it out of this dungeon real quick. Not before the light spell goes down to a d4. There's no random encounter though, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we are going to... Why did I put the map away? Pick it up next session with the party fleeing this temple dungeon and going back to, I believe it was a flop house. Yep, a flop house where they all met up. And I will, between this session and the next, figure out what all this treasure is and see how the party divides it up from there. Although I might just be a little bit biased and say that the best of it goes to Stilton. Mithril armor, after all, is something I wouldn't want to let go of. Okay, so that was 2 sessions spent going through this card deck dungeon. I had a lot of fun making it. Running through it in Shadowdark solo was a lot of work, but I think I did okay. Making the dungeon deadly was definitely an experience. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun watching this. If you guys enjoyed this like card style dungeon thing, I can highly recommend it. I like it a lot. And once again, thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.